Hello everyone, my name is Shreya and I'm a legal intern at Lexis and Company. So I'm pursuing DLLB honors from Law College Dehradun Uttarakhand University. I am glad to be interning at Lexis and Company, because of which I am able to present to you guys with this video. So the purpose and topic for today's video will be hiba or the gift. So this is the part 2 on the topic of gift. I have explained some general points about the gift and various kinds of gift under the Muslim law in my previous video. So let's begin with the second part, that is with the essentials of a valid gift. So the gift to be valid and complete, three conditions are to be fulfilled. The first condition is that the donor must make an offer, that is ijab, IJAB, and the same must be accepted by the donee, that is the kubul, and the possession of the property must be subsequently delivered, that is kabza. One has to give, one has to receive, and one has to receive, and there should be proper possession of that. So if these conditions are fulfilled, then only it will be a valid gift. So following are the essentials of a valid gift, that is the declaration by the donor, acceptance by the donee, and the delivery of the possession. So what makes a valid declaration? So according to Supreme Court, so what makes a declaration valid? So according to the Supreme Court, a declaration is a very important precondition to the validity of the gift. That is, you must have the declaration, only then your gift will be considered to be valid. Only this is one of the conditions, not the all. So it is a precondition of the validity of a gift, and the donor must voluntarily declare the offer to make a gift. There should be no pressure, or he should not be compelled in any way to make that gift. It should be his own sole choice. It should be his voluntary decision and not a forced one. So the gift would be voidable at the option of the creditors if the declaration given by the donor is tainted with a fraudulent motive, or or the donee can declare that gift as irrevocable if he thinks that there is some fraudulent purpose for behind making this gift by the donor, so they can revoke. So there has to be some real and bona fide intention behind making this gift, for example any religious purpose or any pious purpose, and so the declaration has to be made in the presence of some witnesses also. So this was about declaration. The second condition here is of acceptance, and acceptance, when the offer to make a gift is done, it should be accepted by or on behalf of the donee. Either donee should accept it, or someone on behalf of the donee. So under Muslim law, the guardian is entitled to give the acceptance on behalf of a minor or a person of unsound mind. Guardian can do such things, and he can even appoint a guardian if there is no guardian, and if the father is alive, he happens to be the sole guardian of the property of the minor, and after the father comes the executor, who has been appointed under his will, or the parental grandfather, his executive appointed under his will. There will be will if there is no father, and there will be guardian if there are no parents who can accept the will on behalf of the minor. Otherwise, the donor or anyone else whom he nominates on his behalf will be the donee. However, in certain cases, when there are no guardians and the minor is under the care and protection of a person other than the guardian, such person can also accept the gift on the behalf of the minor. And in case of a minor girl who is married, has been living with her husband, after obtaining puberty, then the husband can validly accept the gift on her behalf, and it should be done in the presence of her father. So this was about the acceptance, and the last essential condition of the gift is the delivery of the possession. So it is one of the essentials of a valid gift, and it should be the property or the gift should be subsequently delivered to the donee. So a gift is not valid unless it is accompanied by the delivery of the possession. That is, you should have the delivery, you should make the delivery of the possession, otherwise the gift will not be a valid one. So this is how it differentiates the gift under Muslim law and the gift under the Transfer of Property Act 1882. No emphasis has been laid on immediate delivery of possession under the Transfer of Property Act. However, there is immediate delivery provision in the Muslim law. So the owner should thereby divest himself of the ownership and give complete control of the property to the donee, and if it is a movable property, then he must deliver the possession, and if it is an immovable property, then he should either vacate the possession along with if it is immovable, he should either vacate that possession with all his belongings, which would signify his relinquishment of the total control, or he should make such acts which will put the donee in the possession of that property. So these were the two conditions if the property is immovable. So this was all about the essential conditions of the gift or heap under the Muslim law. I hope you guys have liked this video. If you have any question, do ask me, and also share the feedback, and do not forget to like and share this video with your friends. So thank you everyone for watching.